What's going on? It's your boy Al, and I got some information for you today. I just want to come to you guys today and talk to you something about that's near and dear to my heart. If you're an entrepreneur, you probably faced this at one point in time, right? Just think about it. Have you ever been in a position where your business was making money, but you still feel broke every month? Here's why. I mean, you're getting clients, you're generating revenue, but behind the scenes, you're stressed. You're moving money from one place to another, and you keep asking yourself, when am I actually going to be able to pay myself? And let's be honest, you felt that before, haven't you? Now here's the truth. No one really says it out loud, but everybody thinks it. Most entrepreneurs, they're not broke because they can't make money. They're broke because they don't know how to manage inconsistent money. Because entrepreneurs, let's be honest, you don't get a 9 to 5 guaranteed amount of money every single day or every single month. It's inconsistent. Making money is one skill, but managing is a whole different game. I learned early, if you don't learn the second skill, how to manage that money, you end up stuck in a cycle where income goes up, but your stability never follows that trend. So even when things look bad on the outside, internally, they're still uncertain. Let me simplify for you. You're not broke, you're financially disorganized. And that's because the part that most people miss is that revenue can hide dysfunction. I mean, you can make more money and still be getting worse financially. And that's disorganization. And that disorganization shows up in ways that you don't always notice at first. It shows up in the hesitation, in second guessing yourself, stress every time you check your account, and it eats at your confidence slowly. Would you agree? Now here's why this keeps happening. Most financial advice was built for employees. You know, the W-2 workers. People who know exactly what's coming in and when it's coming. So it's easy for them. They can go ahead and plan with certainty. But your reality as an entrepreneur is different because your income changes. Some months are strong, some are slow. Payments get delayed, expenses show up, and they show up at the worst time. Let's be honest. So let me ask you, if your income is unpredictable, why are you trying to force it to be in a predictable system? That mismatch is where the stress begins. Before we go any further, let's kill a few of those lies that we was told and we may have adopted. Like, budgeting is restrictive. What? No, bad budgeting is restrictive. But real budgeting actually removes that pressure because it gives our money direction. It tells our money exactly where to go. Or maybe someone you've heard, you just need to make more money. Maybe, but without structure, more money usually create bigger problems. Like Biggie said, the more money you come across, the more problems you have. Maybe you tell yourself, oh, I'm not a numbers person. I just get somebody else to do it. You don't need to love numbers like an accountant. You just need clarity. Because at the end of the day, ignoring the numbers doesn't make the problem disappear. It just delays the problem and makes it bigger. But here's the real issue. You're running your business on emotion and not really running the business. What I mean is, you're reacting to money instead of getting a reaction from the strategy that you use within your money. For example, you may go on a shopping spree or spend money when things are going well, and then you tighten up when things feel uncertain. The economy is going up or prices are going up. And when you get overwhelmed, you avoid looking at it altogether. I'm not looking at my bank account, I'm gonna avoid this app, I'm gonna avoid this statement, avoid this bill. So those decisions aren't made from clarity. They're being made from feelings, from emotions. Let me ask you a question. How many times have you told yourself, I'll fix it later? That later, right there, that later is where most of the danger happens. That's the most detrimental part of it all. So what actually works? Simple. Every dollar comes in, gets a job. Before you spend it, not after. That one shift can change everything because now money doesn't control your decisions. Your decisions control your money. You control where your money goes, and that's where structure begins. Here's what that look like in real life. Every time money comes in, you divide it with intention. Meaning a portion goes to your taxes, portion goes to you, portion goes to business, running your business, portion goes to profits, and a portion goes to protect you from slow months, right? So instead of seeing income as one big number, you break it into small roles so every dollar has a role, have a job. Let's make this real for a second. If you have $5,000 come in, that's not $5,000 for you to go and spend and blow and have a grandiose or good time. A portion of that money was never yours to begin with. You just hold it. You're just the gatekeeper for it until you gave it some direction, until you told it where to go. Now let me ask you, do you see how this can remove confusion almost automatically? Because now every dollar has a purpose. I can't stress that enough. Compare that to what usually happens. Money comes in, decisions happen in that moment, and you say, this should help. I need this right now. I'll figure it out later. And those decisions feel justified at the time, but when everything hits at once, boom, reality catches up real fast. It's almost like Sha'Carri Richardson chasing you, or Usain Bolt and caught you, and suddenly you're back in the same cycle, back at square one. That's not a money problem. That's a system problem, and we have to develop systems.
What if shopping could earn you cash instead of just costing you? You've been stuck in the cycle, tap, swipe, spend, watching your paycheck just disappear. But one day, after you stumbled onto this app called Rakuten, you ask yourself, why am I paying full price when I don't have to? But then you think, maybe it's just another gimmick. Then one of your friends tell you about this app called Rakuten, who makes them money and gives them cash back and rewards for thousands of stores every time they make a purchase that they were made anyway. You try it once, you discover hidden deals, compare prices, and you start winning. Shopping becomes a strategy. Every tap pays you back, and you still get what you want. You share Rakuten with your friends, watch your income grow, and become more financially confident. Download the Rakuten app today and keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket.
Now let's talk about something that entrepreneurs avoid a lot. I've seen it from almost every entrepreneur I've worked with. You're paying everyone except yourself. And you've heard the term, pay yourself first, but you don't. You pay for things to cover the tools that you need to work. You pay for subscriptions to renew them on time. You pay vendors, but it's your income. I got it. It's inconsistent, unclear, and you pay yourself often last. That creates a silent pressure that builds over time. Because just think about it, deep down, you know the business is working, but it's not working for you. And that's not just a problem. That's how people end up building business that drain them instead of paying them. At some point, they had passion for the business, but now they begin to dislike and hate the business because now it becomes more of a job opposed to an income that's going to make them happy, something that's going to boost them up. So here's what you need: a personal number. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what you need: a personal number, a clear baseline for what it takes for you to live without consistent stress. Not for your ideal life where you're on a yacht or in a jet, not your dream scenario, just stability. Just so you come. What does it actually cost for you to operate your life consistently? And more importantly, do you know what that number is right now? Because if you don't, every decision in your business becomes guesswork. When everything becomes guesswork, you're not building a business, you're surviving inside of one. You're like in an escape room. Now, here's what you can do this week. You can define that number clearly. List only your essential business expenses. Separate taxes immediately, no exceptions. Assign every dollar before it's spent. And most importantly, stop measuring success by how much comes in and start measuring it by what stays and what supports your life. Because the real goal isn't just making money. Let's be honest. Money is nothing more than a tool. It's to create stability. It's about having clarity when money hits your account. It's about knowing without guessing that things are under control. That's the shift that we're looking for. Not the rags to riches story, but from chaos to control. And once we have control, we stop feeling like we're chasing money and start feeling like we're actually building something real. So if money is coming in but you still feel a little bit unsecure, then it's not an income issue at all. That's the biggest fallacy that we get. We think it's an income issue. It's more of a structure or system issue, if you will. And the longer you avoid that structure, the heavier everything starts to feel. Because a business that makes money but doesn't pay you isn't a business at all. In fact, that's a burden. Here's a question I want to leave you with that can help you overcome so many things. Once you identify it, you can fix it. And that question is, what is the biggest challenge you're dealing with right now? Once you identify that challenge, remember, don't take notes, take action.